All right, welcome. So if you're a healthcare professional, you already know just how valuable your expertise is. But here's a question. What if that value could work for you outside the clinic? Today, we're going to dive into how to create financial freedom that puts you back in control.
You know, this quote it absolutely hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? You've got this mountain of knowledge, years of skills, but the one thing you don't have is time. And that, right there, is the core problem we're going to tackle today.
I mean, just think about that for a second. What if you could turn everything you know into an asset, something that generates income for you with, minimal effort once it's set up? It's not some get-rich-quick fantasy. This is the real power of passive income. And honestly, it's a perfect fit for people like you.
Okay, so here's our plan. First, we'll look at the healthcare professional's dilemma. Then, we'll talk about a crucial mindset shift. After that, it's your income prescription, a look at the opportunities, and finally, the benefits that are about way more than just money. Let's get into it.
All right, section 1, diagnosing the problem. So just like in the clinic, before we can talk about a treatment, we have to really understand the core issue. And for so many of us in healthcare, it boils down to this. Your time is directly tied to your money.
And look, we all know what this looks like, right? The long hours, the emotional drain, the massive responsibility, it all leads to burnout. But the real kicker is that your income has a hard ceiling. There are only 24 hours in a day, which means there's a limit to how much you can earn and grow financially.
Okay, so what's the cure? Well, the answer isn't to just work more hours, that's for sure. It's about a complete mindset shift, a whole new way of looking at how you earn a living.
Now, this is super important to understand. Passive income is not money for nothing. It's all about front-loading the work. You make a big investment of time or maybe money up front to create a system or an asset. And then that asset does the heavy lifting, generating revenue with very little ongoing effort from you.
So here's the big shift in a nutshell. As an active practitioner, your equation is simple. Your time equals your money. But when you become a passive investor or owner, the equation changes. Now, your assets equal your money. You go from being the engine that makes the money to owning the engine. It's a total game changer.
Okay, so now that we've got the mindset right, let's get into the practical stuff. This is your income prescription. These are the actual strategies you can start using.
We're going to focus on 4 main pillars here. You can monetize your expertise with digital products, you can leverage telemedicine and remote consulting, you can strategically invest in healthcare, a world you already know inside and out, and you can do medical writing and reviewing. The best part, for all of these, you already have a massive head start.
Let's kick things off with maybe the most powerful tool you have, your own knowledge. Seriously, everything you know about complex medical topics is a super valuable asset. And the key word here is scalable. You can share it with the world.
And it can be simpler than you think. I mean, what if you created the go-to study guide for EKG interpretation or a killer pharmacology guide for students? You do the work to create it one time, put it on a platform like Amazon, and boom, it can generate royalties for you literally while you sleep for years to come.
Okay, enough theory. Let's talk about what really matters to a lot of us, the numbers. What does this actually look like in practice?
So think of this chart like a formulary of financial options. You've got different prescriptions based on how much you want to invest up front, what kind of return you're looking for, and how long you're willing to wait. You can see right away there's something here for everyone, whether you have more time or more cash to start with. And let's just zoom in on this number for a second. Over $1,000 a month. What would that mean for you, for real? Would that mean dropping a few shifts? Taking that vacation you keep putting off? It's about having more breathing room. And that's from one digital product that you create once. The potential is huge.
Now, maybe you're thinking you'd rather invest capital than time. Totally fair. Options like healthcare ETFs, basically a bundle of different healthcare stocks, or REITs that own things like hospitals and clinics can provide really solid returns. And remember, you have an incredible advantage here because you actually understand the industry you're investing in.
But you know what? This is about so much more than just the money. The real payoff, the long-term prognosis, well, it's about fundamentally changing your quality of life. This is the real reason we're talking about this. It's the ultimate prescription for your own well-being. It's a powerful way to fight burnout, to get control of your schedule back, to practice medicine because you love it, not just because you need the paycheck. It gives you freedom. Simple as that. So that leaves one big question on the table. What's your prescription for freedom going to be?
The most important thing is just to start thinking about it, to take that first small step. Maybe that's just jotting down some ideas for an ebook, or maybe it's looking into an ETF. The journey starts with that first move. So, what's yours going to be?